Hi, my name's Bex. I'm one of the vet nurses here at Vet's Clinic. Today we just wanted to talk about a couple of subjects. One of them is a common problem with people coming into or bring dogs into our consulting rooms, and that's having problems with scooting or they're biting at their bottom, and generally that problem is to do with their anal glands. So we're just going to run through a few things today. So what are they? What sort of symptoms will they come in with? What preventative treatment can we do, and what actual treatment can we do to help them with their anal glands? So what are they? Anal glands are little sacs that sit just inside the anus. If you looked at a clock face, then they're at about 4 o'clock and about 8 o'clock, and they're little scent sacs basically, and they're used to provide information to other dogs. So ideally, as they poo, a little bit of the liquid inside then transfers out onto the poo, and then it self-expresses. So sometimes that doesn't happen, so they're not self-emptying, in which case the animal will probably become quite uncomfortable, and these symptoms will show as scooting their bottom along the floor, which I call tobogganing. They might turn around and be biting at their bottom. They might want to sit down really suddenly and just generally seem quite uncomfortable around their back end. So preventative measures are, the main one is weight management. So generally when animals are overweight, then they can have a problem with anal glands. Checking them regularly. So if your animal's not showing any symptoms at all, then you shouldn't need to touch them, or you shouldn't need to take them to the vet to have them checked. But if they were showing any of the symptoms, then definitely take them along to be checked out. Another thing that we can do is that you can increase a little bit of fibre into their diet, which firms up their poo, and make sure that the poo is then making contact with the anal glands, that they are self-emptying. Sometimes animals, it's just their physiological, how they're made up, that the glands are just a little bit inset, so that the poo's just not making contact with them. And if that's the case, unfortunately, no amount of fibre will make a difference. It's just a case of you will have to take them more regularly to the vets to be emptied by the vet or the vet nurse. So treatment options, there is obviously the emptying. It's a really easy procedure. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. Obviously some animals are a little bit more reactive than others, so they might have a little bit of a squeal, but that is quite rare. So generally it's just a very quick procedure to physically empty them. Sometimes when it's left untreated, the anal glands can become infected, and that it can be really painful for the animals. So in which case they would need anti-inflammatories and antibiotics to reduce that swelling, take away the infection. And then sometimes after that they do need a little surgical procedure, which is where we flush out the glands, so make sure that everything's come out. Another type is if you have an animal that has continual infections, there is also the option to actually remove the sacs themselves, so that's a surgical procedure, but it's very much a case of case by case and chatting to your vet about what is the best solution for your animal at the time. Again, if you have any questions, then definitely speak to your vet or vet nurse when you're in a consultation, or give them a ring to discuss over the phone. I hope you found the video helpful.